Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Violet. I put out new videos whenever I can because I have a very busy lifestyle. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I am going to be doing a first impression / review on the Desi X Katy collaboration with Dose of Colors. However, I'm not just going to be doing one look or two looks. I'm going to be doing 3 looks. The reason being for doing 3 looks is because I didn't feel like it was fair to the collaboration. You can get many different looks from this. You can have super glowing skin, you can have a hot fire lip, you can do a little dark vampy look like I'm wearing right now. But before I get into the demos, I'm just going to be including swatches and information about the collection right now. The first look, I'm going to be focusing on the shade Harpoon, which is this really beautiful shade right here. To me at first and on camera, it looked like it had a little bit of like a hint of green to it, like a little touch, like even under the slime I'm seeing like kind of a hint of green. However, more in person it is more, I don't know how to describe it. It has a little bit more of a golden hue, gray hue to it. However, I was just like, I'm gonna pair this with green eyeshadow and I'm gonna see how it looks. And I really like how it turned out. Okay, so the first colors that I'm gonna be going in with is from my Sugar Pill Pro palette. This is a custom palette. You don't have to use this exact eyeshadow to get this look, but similar colors will do the trick. Okay, so to start the look off, I'm gonna be mixing a hint of Kimchi, which is like this bluish green color that's really beautiful. It's a little bit lighter. And I'm gonna be taking Midori, which is this really beautiful green shade. I'm just gonna be mixing the two together. And just taking a blending brush, I'm just going to be applying this to my crease, and I'm going to be using this as my transition shade. For the next green I'm going to go in with just to kind of like layer and get the shades that I want. I'm going to be taking it from the Pastel Goth palette. I'm just going to be going in with the shade Gloom. So I'm only going to be taking this right here to the crease just to help deepen and darken my crease. Shade I'm going to be taking is going to be the shade Moss, which is this beautiful dark green shade. This is from the Metal Matte palette. I know this palette is limited edition and it was a holiday release, so it's not available anymore, so I'm sorry, but really any dark green shade that you can find will work just fine. So I'm going to be taking a pencil brush and just lightly tapping into the pan, and I'm really, for right now, just going to be focusing this on the outer V of my eye. Okay, so here comes the fun part of this look. I'm going to be taking a bit of concealer, and I'm also going to be taking this little brush just to pretty much cut out my crease. I'm not going to be doing a full cut crease. I don't really consider this a cut crease. It's like somewhat a cut crease, not really. But I am going to be cleaning it up right here, this little area, and defining my crease a little bit more so that I can apply Harpoon, and yeah. So it kind of is a cut crease, but to me, I don't consider it a cut crease. So because I have hooded eyes, I'm not going to be going on my actual crease. I'm going to be going on my eye socket right here. Okay, and this is how your eye should look when you're cutting it. Really quickly, I'm just going to set it. I'm going to be going in with the girls eyeshadow palette and be taking the shade Harpoon. For all of the shadows in the girls eyeshadow palette, they are best applied with a finger, and also Harpoon was noted to be used wet. Because I am not by a sink right now, I'm just going to be taking some of my facial spray to wet my finger. And that sounds really weird. Okay, so pretty much I'm just going to be going in like. I'm just like first like stamping this on to get that color down. Ugh. Just to help get really into those corners, I'm just gonna wet a really flat brush with the same spray as before. I'm just gonna be dipping in there. I know it is recommended to use a finger. However, I'm just really using this just to help clean up the area so I can get close to the line where I cut my crease. Okay, so now I'm just going to be going back in with moss on the same brush as before, my little pencil brush. And I'm just going to be taking this to the crease just a little bit. I'm just going to be applying there to help blend out. And yeah, it's just so I can add a little bit more depth to my eyeballs. Okay, so next, I'm just going to be going in with a tint of Midori. That really pretty green from Sugar Pill that I was using. And I'm just going to be taking a blending brush. I'm just getting a hint of it. I'm just going to be applying this to my crease to help blend everything out just a little bit better. Because I have a little bit of a harsh line from using moss. I think I'm going to go in a little bit more with the shade Moss, just to make it a little bit more dramatic. I'm going to be taking a highlighter from the collection. This is Fuego. I did not get Mirame only because I was a little bit nervous of it not looking good on my skin tone. However, that is such a beautiful highlighter. I really wish I could make it work for me. But this one I feel was just better suited for me. I was be dipping in with my highlighter brush. And let's see how this goes. This is beautiful. I love it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Also, side note, for the other looks in this video, I'm just going to be using this as my highlighter because it's the only one I have. So if I don't mention it in the other looks, just know I'm using this highlighter. Okay, so next I'm going to be applying my lip color. So instead of just being basic and going with one of the shades, I'm going to be going with 3 of the shades. This is the shade More Creamer Please. So for More Creamer Please, I'm just going to be applying that more so to the outer part of my lips. I'm going to be taking the shade No Shade, which is a lighter nude. And for this one, I'm just going to be applying this to the center of my lips. So next, the moment I've been waiting for, the lip gloss. Like, do you see that? That's just so pretty. Like, I'm excited. Ooh, gosh, I am ready. So I'm just going to be taking over the top and be applying that to the center of my lips. Really quickly off camera to finish the look, I'm going to be applying some lashes and I'll be right back. And here's the final look. Okay, so for the next look, it's going to be like a really bronzy, smoky type of look featuring Noli and Zeus. So to start with, I'm going to be taking my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. I'm going to be digging into the warm side for this look. I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is a nice little orange transition shade. Just to add a little bit of depth, I'm going to be taking this reddish brown right here. And I'm really focusing the shade more so on the outer part of my eye. Now that all my transition shades are all blended out, I'm going to be going into the girls palette, and I'm going to be dipping into Noli, this really beautiful bronze shade. I'm just going to be taking my finger and patting it on. Next, I'm just going to be wetting my finger with a little bit of the same facial spray from the first look. Then I'm going to be going in with the shade Zeus right here, which is a really beautiful golden shade. But this shade is to die for. So I'm just taking that on my finger. I'm just going to be applying this more so towards like the center of my eye is where I want the most impact. And then I'm going to be lightly tapping around it. I kind of want this to be like a golden topper for the look. Next, just to help blend it a little bit better, I'm just going to be taking this little shader brush. I'm just going to be lightly tapping around it just to help blend. Next, taking a little pencil brush, I'm going to be going back in with this reddish brown shade from before. Take off the excess real fast. And I'm just going to be focusing this on the outer part of my eye just to add a hint of depth. I'll be taking that reddish brown shade and applying it to my lower lash line. Some lashes on, my eyelashes are dressed finally. I think these lashes flatter the look so well. These are Red Rari from Lash Pop. They're my favorite lashes ever. And now it's time to complete look number 2 with some hot fire liquid lipstick. What? Oh my god. It definitely is a mix between a very bright red and a very bright orange. I was seeing more of a red tone in like photos and stuff, but in real life it's definitely more orangey base. But I don't mind that. I think it's beautiful still. I love this so much. Now I don't know if I'm going crazy, but this one feels a little bit more different compared to the one on my other Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. But like a good different. And that is the end of look number 2. So it's now time for the third and final look of this collection. For this look, I'm focusing on the shade Turbo Sun, which is this beautiful purpley brown shade right here. It's really different. In certain lighting, it looks a little bit more brown. In other lighting, like right now to me, it's giving me more of the purple vibe. But yeah, it's really pretty. The palette I am using for this look is my Sugar Pill Custom palette. The 2 shades that I am using from this is going to be these 2 purples right here. It is 2 AM and Poison Plum. To be completely honest, I do not know which is which. Hopefully I'll be able to point it out on the screen. The other palette that I'm going to be using for this look is going to be my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, once again. And the shade I'm taking is going to be this middle shade right here, which is just a nice taupey gray kind of color. So the first shade that I'm taking for my Sugar palette is going to be that lighter purple. I'm just going to be taking it on a blending brush and tapping off the excess. I'm just going to be applying this to my crease. The reason why I decided to do eyes before base this time instead of having base while on camera is because I noticed with the other shadows that I was getting a little bit of fallout, and now because there is glitter in the shadows, it does make it a touch harder to clean it up from my face when I have my base on. And also I'm working with darker eyeshadows today, so I just was like, doing my eyes first, base second. So once I applied that, I'm going in with this darker purple right here. I'm taking this on a little pencil brush. Now it doesn't matter how rough this looks because we're going to blend it out in a second, but I'm going to be focusing this on the outer V. So I'm just pretty much just placing down this color, not really worried about how rough it looks because I'm going to blend this out in a second. Taking that same shade on the opposite end of my brush, I'm just going to be buffing it out. Going in with the same blending brush as before, I'm just going to be making the edges a touch softer. So for the next color, I am going in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. And I'm just going to be taking this gray taupey shade right here. I'm just going to be applying this to my crease. Just applying this right here. This is just so I can mute the purple tones just a little bit. So next I'm going to go in with the Girls palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Turbo Sun. This color is so gorgeous. It almost makes me think of Solstice from Urban Decay. Not like the color wise, but how like the glitter looks in the shadow. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, it gives a really nice wet look to the eye without having to add gloss. And I really, really like how this looks. As you can see, I do have fallout over here. This is why I did my eyes before base, so I can clean it up. But while playing with these shadows, I definitely learned that it's easier to do your eyes before base because you can really get in there with your finger and not have to worry about messing with your base too much. So yeah. Next, I'm just going to be taking the same dark purple as before on my pencil brush and just be applying this to my crease. I'm just doing this a little bit just to add some definition to my eyes. I don't know why, but I always get like eyeshadow like right here, so I'm always just like wiping it away. It's really annoying to deal with. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, so you probably already noticed that this eye has like a really nice slant to it. This one's looking, she's a mess. We don't talk about her. She's been removed from the family before. But to get this eye looking like this eye, all you really just have to do is just take like some toilet paper and just cut it. I'm gonna do it right now to show you guys. I don't know how I'm gonna do it on camera because I don't have a third hand. That'd be great if I did, but I'll make it work somehow. So that's just a little method that I do so I can get a sharp line for my eyeshadow. I prefer this method over using tape only because it's safer and better for your eyes. So really quickly off camera, I'm going to be applying my face and I'll be right back so I can finish the look. I'm always thinking that my hair looks decent and then I look on the camera and I'm just like, girl. And I am back. So I just slapped my mask on pretty fast and I also added some lashes while I was there. And now to finish this look, I'm going to be going in with my pencil brush. And first, I'm going to be taking the lighter purple. I'm just going to be taking this purple underneath my lower lash line. No look is completed without some lipstick, so I'm just going to be taking the color Sauvage and be applying that to my lips. And yes, that is Sauvage. There is an accent. It's not savage. It's Sauvage. Here's just a little close-up of Sauvage. Fish. Thank you. So that wraps up look number 3. I really want to do that pose that Katie did for the campaign, but my lipstick's still drying, so give me a second, guys. Okay? Okay. I'm not as good as Katie. So my overall thoughts on this collection is, honestly, I love it. Like, I have never wanted to buy almost every single item from a collection before. I always feel like I had to be really nitpicky with the collection because there's always just like those odd pieces, if that makes sense. The only thing I didn't get from this collection was one highlighter, and that is because I was unsure of it being fit for my skin tone. If I was sure I could use it on my skin tone, then I probably would have got it because that highlighter is beautiful. I really wish my skin tone would let it work, but I just don't think it would be the most flattering. The only con with this collection that I have is the fallout from the eyeshadows. However, that can be easily cleaned up, or you can always just do your eyes before your base first. So honestly, for the Desi X Katy collaboration with Dose of Colors, I'm gonna have to hype it, like, really. So that is it for this video. If you liked me and would like to see more of me, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Do it. I see you. I see you. Just click it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, concerns, don't be afraid to leave those down in the comments as well. And like always, props used in this video, links to where to find me, all that fun stuff is going to be listed in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.